Any moment now.
It was thinking about it. It started now, darling. Don't worry. It's just getting back into the swing of things because it hasn't seen us in so long.
Woohoo!
Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome to the Horror Hour. It's a place where we discuss, debate, and disagree on all things horror. I'm one of your hosts, Liam. Hello. And today I'm joined by Yutaka.
Hello.
Welcome, darling. And the Amityville ghost herself, George.
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Hi. Happy to 2025.
I'm happy they can see you practically blend in with the wall.
I had to put some fake tanners on as well, just to, and it's I still look alabaster. Terrible.
I'll have him on my walls.
Terrible.
I always wanted an off-white. Not as in the colours off-white, as in he as a white person is off. Yes, it has been months, for 8 months. 8 months, I think. It's been 8 months, people. But we are back. We had a break. George didn't go to Turkey. Everyone's surprised. Yutaka doesn't have a clue what we're saying.
Well, I mean, I know, cheap surgery.
Yeah.
There we go.
Isn't that where you go to get your teeth done and other body parts?
Your teeth and your hair.
Your hair.
Your hair. You get brought down a little bit. So, since we have been gone for 8 months, we thought it would be just good to catch up and see what we've missed. So, in the tradition of Glee, here's what you missed on Glee. The Horror Hour. So, to start us off, Yutaka, in the last 8 months, what is something that you've really enjoyed and want the people to know that you enjoyed it?
Well, I think I was pretty vocal about this when this film came out, but Strange Darling.
Yes.
Oh my God. We need, if you haven't already seen it, go see it. So I'm going to do my best not to spoil it. Because the way the movie's even told is not in order, and I think that works well to the story. But one, it's shot incredibly. It's got some great action sequences, and when this film pops off, it just starts popping off, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Well, Daddy Galliner will do that.
Oh my God! Well, it's not even him though, because he's great, guys. He's great, gorgeous. Hunky, but it's Willa Fitzgerald. She is phenomenal. I mean, we knew she was good.
Emma Duval, Scream TV series, iconic. And if you haven't seen it, go and see
it. The House of Usher. She was really good in that. But anyways,
I was thinking about the House of Usher.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
We know
you think all the time.
No, I'm just kidding. It was a wonderful theatrical experience. Watching that film, I left the theater. I was like, holy shit, what did I just watch? It just also the colors, the lighting, certain scenes, but when that blood starts flowing, it's everywhere. And I love it. And also the script is really good. So yeah.
And George just dressed his room as it. Well, the lighting cues anyway.
That's me. Hashtag
bisexual lighting.
But Strange Darling, it is fantastic. One of my favorites last year.
Good times. Miss George, what is something from the last 8 months that you would like the people to know that you watched, enjoyed, and would recommend?
So mine would be, my first one is going to be Heretic, the film, because I watched that film. I put that film on because I saw it on a subscription or digital service, and that I do pay for, and is in no way torrenting. I watched it on there, and
first, it's on Max.
Yeah, available now. Click below. And basically, I turned it off after like 20 minutes, half an hour. I was like, no, I'm all right, But then the next day I was like, okay, we'll try again. And I watched it all the way through and I was like, Academy Award, because that film was stunning. And I was just like,
where's this going?
It was such a surprise because I'd seen the trailer a few times. I don't even know what I'd seen it in front of, but previous horror films. And I was like, oh, okay, this looks interesting. But then it wasn't on my radar until I saw it pop up and I was like, oh yeah, that came out. So I was really pleasantly surprised. I thought Hugh Grant was brilliant. I'd love to see him in more of those roles because I thought he played it like that kind of insane, but kind of intelligent and just deadpan, like friendly was such a great way, and he weaved it through, and it didn't feel like he suddenly switched. Like you could tell that it was the same character, they just had a different side, and so I really loved it. And I just I was just constantly going, oh my god, like okay, now this is happening, I was like, there's
what's
a lot
this
going on. I know, but it's because
I did get a shock at one scene,
which we can, if you haven't seen it, I would really recommend it. Because what you think it's about, maybe not, it's not about that, and then it's just like keeps going. So it was a lot of fun and a little hidden gem for me this past break.
Good times. It was also going to be my one of mine. It was going to be my second pick, so I will pivot to a backup idea I had. So that's fine.
But if you got any, did you want to add to anything I'd said?
No, you pretty much summed up my feelings on it as well. Hugh Grant across the board. Bloody fantastic. Obviously, Sophie Thatcher, we all know she's great. And she is in my first pick for mine.
Let me go ahead and knock that off mine.
Well, why don't we segue into that, Liam? What's your first pick?
My first pick is Companion. It was one of them films where I was like, if Kieran wants to go, I'll go see it. If he doesn't want to go, I'll just wait until it's available somewhere for free.
Also on
obviously legally, because I'm a very good boy. But then Kieran was like, no, yeah, I'll go. So I was like, good, right, okay, we'll go. Started, and I was like, she's a very good actress.
Yes.
Jack Quaid kind of plays the same kind of person. Oh! Jack's done a Scream. He's not the good guy. Bad times. Why does he always break my heart?
That's true.
He just always... Because he always comes across as so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
I never want to see his O-face, though. That transition.
Oh
my god. Funny but frightening.
Very much so. Obviously we knew the twists going in. There was more twists, which
I really loved. Yes. Because I was like,
I mean,
how are you going to give all this away in the trailer? Because I originally was like, you just gave away the whole plot. Little did I know that's not the case.
There's other things. There's other plots. And they thickened. I thought Rupert Friend was great as the Russian.
Oh,
I'm really starting to appreciate Rupert Friend.
I forgot that was him. I was like,
I've loved Rupert Friend now. It's The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. I was like thinking what great film it was. But he was so good in that, and for a long time I used to get him confused with I always thought he looks a bit like a younger Lucius Malfoy actor. What's his name?
Jason Isaac.
I don't know. There's just something. I don't know what it is. There's just something
I could see like a younger him. Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, I really liked the actor. Found him hard.
No, I like that. Yes.
It's in that Netflix thing we watched about like the government. Do you remember? Like we watched.
Yes, the one with Sienna Miller.
Yes, and he was good in that too.
The one with the scandal where he was sleeping with Naomi
Scott. God, I forgot. Yeah, because again, he looked so much different.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's a chameleon.
Yeah.
He transforms in any role given to him.
Yeah.
I also really liked, obviously, our What We Do in the Shadows favorite, Harvey Julian, because I just love him in everything he does.
That
It's
little
marvelous.
cute dance those two did.
I know. Oh,
And we had the gays.
don't. Oh, yes, the gays have Julian and Lucas Gage. Lucas Gage. He will play the same role over and over again, and he will be sexy doing it.
That.
I did appreciate the switch up at the end, though. I was like,
that was funny.
I can get behind it. Literally.
But
Thank you. Yutaka. So now that I've stolen one of yours, it's just going to be a nice vicious cycle of stealing, isn't it? Can we have your second one, please, Yutaka?
So this is classified as horror, but it was really more comedy. It came out on Max, and it's called The Parenting.
Oh, fuck.
Ha! I knew it.
it's called the what?
The Parenting.
Parenting.
Okay.
I mean, first off, let me just go ahead and read off the cast list, because that's really, the second I saw the cast list, I'm like, I need to see this. You've got Edie Falco, Brian Cox, Lisa Kudrow, freaking Parker Posey. I mean, it is incredible. Oh, and Dean Norris, because he's also always funny. And obviously the sexy Brandon Flynn. And then Nick Dodani, I don't know what I've seen him in, but he did look familiar, but I'm just not sure. And it's basically a gay couple go out to this Airbnb.
He was in Atypical.
Oh, thank you.
He was the friend in Atypical.
Yes. Okay. And they go out to this Airbnb, and both families, or both parents, are coming to meet for the first time. And basically, there's a possession, and there are some gross out scenes. Maybe they try to do some jump scares, but really, it is just so freaking funny. Like, Brian Cox is literally, ever since Succession, I can't see him in any other role. And so the way and his vulgarity, it's just hysterical. And Parker Posey, she is quite fun. And then oh my goodness.
Loopy Delulu.
Absolutely. Oh my God. What was her name? Hold on. Because
I can't remember her name, but it was
Liddy.
That was it.
Libby?
Yes.
No, Liddy. Like, you're getting Liddy. Like, I'm like, oh my God, girl, stop. You're cringe. But I love it.
So funny.
It really is. And yeah, it's like a good 90-minute movie. And again, they've got some good gross out scenes, some great gags, and it's just a fun time all around, honestly.
I haven't seen it, so
you've
sold me on it.
Oh my God.
It's on
Liam and I were just
it's on Now
texting
TV
back
and Sky
forth
over here.
after we watched it.
Oh, okay.
It was just
It was
funny.
so funny.
That's good. I like when you get a good comedy horror.
Yes. Very good on both fronts. That one scene in the sitting room when he's talking to him.
Oh my God.
The mum just comes in. Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
If this hasn't sold you,
George,
then I don't know what has.
I know. You'd be crazy not to. Miss George, what would be your next pick?
So my next one is one that probably either a lot of people didn't watch or didn't even care to watch, but I was invested. And that is Apartment 7A.
Ah, okay.
So obviously I've mentioned before on the channel that I'm a very big fan of the book and the film Rosemary's Baby, and I was very excited. I also quite enjoyed the limited TV series that they did with Tandy Newton. It was set in Paris. If you haven't seen it, it's fine.
No, I thought it was Zoe Saldana.
Oh, Zoe Saldana. Sorry. Yeah, no, I was thinking of Westworld.
You were, yeah. Because, like, yeah. I remember there might be, but I was like, I don't think she was in it. But okay,
Zoe Saldana, yeah. So when this was announced, I was really excited to see it, and I, for the most part, enjoyed it. I really appreciated a lot of the nods to the film or the book, and I just kind of enjoyed. I enjoy that world. I do. Sometimes I say a lot of the time that I don't, but I do really enjoy a
That
not
era.
like a good like
A vintage.
yeah, like not period as in like 1980s, but sorry 1880s, but like a sort of that era type of movie, anything between
60s and 70s.
60s,
Yeah.
70s, stuff like I was gonna say the Summer Wine, last night in Soho.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, last night in Soho was great.
But Apartment 7A, it was a bit janky. Some of the story didn't match up to certain things. And there was like just some random parts. But for the most part, I did enjoy it. And I think like if you wanted to have like a film night with mates and just put it on in the background, and watch it and have a laugh with it, like take the pit, but also be like
have a laugh.
But also like because what's more funnier than the devil and childbirth and all that?
I mean, we were all laughing at AHS Delicate, so
Listen, Kim Kardashian should have won an Emmy for that role, and that's all I've got to say.
Well,
okay.
Thank you.
That's
well,
your case.
thank you. Thank you for that. I'm going to go with my second pick now. And this probably is going to be quite an unpopular opinion. I doubt these two have even seen it. But I'm going to go with Opus.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody seemed to enjoy it, but I had a really good time.
I don't know how.
I thought it was funny. I thought John Malkovich was hilarious.
In what world? Okay. No.
It was just so awkward and dry and...
British?
I mean, kind of,
maybe
yeah.
that's why you enjoyed it. And everyone you keep recommending to us in the States, we're like, we didn't really like it.
Like, it was just so funny. Murray Bartlett was hilarious. The way him and Juliette Lewis were interacting with each other, great. So funny. The way they were all treating Ayo Adebiri, hilarious. I just love a good cult-related thing. I just think they're fun. And yeah, I just spent the whole... Like, literally, me and my brother went to see it because there was an early screening. And both of us sat there, pissing ourselves laughing all the way through it. Didn't get scared once. Which, now that I think of it, probably was a problem, considering it's supposed to be, obviously...
A horror
film.
Maybe it's dark comedy. Let's see what they really classify it as. I mean, I don't know what you... I think comedy is...
It's supposed to be... It says horror musical.
Is it a musical?
It's got musical sections.
It says psychological drama, psychological thriller, drama, music thriller. No horror.
It says on Google horror musical.
Hashtag Google lies.
Yeah, I'm on IMDb, and that's how they're classified.
Oh well.
But you enjoyed it.
Anyway,
that's all that matters.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was I thought the acting was great across the board, and I just love watching cult-related movies.
You don't have to convince me to like something that nobody else likes. Trust me.
Yeah. Point. Who am I preaching to?
Exactly. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. Woo! Anyway, so go on. We're back.
Fuck Laurie Strode. Woo!
Wow.
No, yeah. If you like, if you're American, you're probably not going to enjoy it. So don't bother listening to us. But if you're British, you probably will enjoy it. So give it a go.
I don't know because it bombed over there too. So hold up.
Yeah, because no one went to see it because they've got bad reviews in America.
The last time we listened to the Americans.
Well, exactly.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't see it yet, so I might not like it either. I'll let you know.
What was that one? What was that one you told everyone was great, and then I watched it and I was like, I need to punch you in the tit because it was terrible.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I've recommended a lot of terrible films. I'm not saying,
but it was a It was a cinema release not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother went to see it. Oh, Drop.
I really enjoyed that, but it's not a horror film in my opinion. It's more
not
of
a horror film at all.
It's thriller.
Yeah, and it wasn't very thrillering. It was very obvious from the as soon as she walked into the restaurant who it was going to be and what it was going to be related to. Nothing came as a surprise.
I enjoyed it.
I
didn't say it was
walked
great,
out and I was like,
but I enjoyed it.
Well, you messaged and said, "Go make." I said my choices were the amateur or Drop, and then you were like, "Go for Drop. It's good."
I said it was good.
So I told my brother, well, the Americans are recommending Drop, so we changed from the amateur to Drop, and then we hated you forevermore. We didn't walk out though, so there's a plus. So yes, don't see Drop, but see Opus. Next,
okay, that's wild. Absolutely. You want to go tell them to watch 823 or 825 Forest Road while they're at it?
Oh my God. I don't know what that is.
You probably don't want to.
Oh,
George knows.
Oh no,
George knows our pain.
Yeah,
that we couldn't.
I'm not in on the pain, thank God.
Okay.
Your next pick then.
I am torn on what to pick. Can we have like one honorable mention? Since I know you're already going to choose my honorable mention, I'd like to have...
Well, my honorable mention's going to have to turn into a actual recommendation. Because I've got nothing left.
Okay, so I just watched this actually last night. It came out earlier this year at South by Southwest. And the movie's called Ash. And it stars
I've just seen the poster for this. Paul,
and it's directed by Flying Lotus, who you might know directed a segment in VHS 99. I feel bad that I can't remember the name of the segment, but it was kind of like a spinoff of Legend of the Hidden Temple, game show.
Flying Lotus?
Yeah. And so this is like it's like a
Ozzy's Dungeon.
Thank you. Yes, which is probably one of the best segments of that anthology of that
movie. Yeah.
And so this is a creature feature, but it's kind of a psychological cosmic horror, and is the soundtrack amazing, stellar. Like the soundtrack knew what it was.
Well, he's a composer, so
yeah. And he took notes from like John Carpenter and all. Honestly, if you remember the movie You're Next, and like when the beat really picked up, and you're like, I just remember David be like, when like, but like the soundtrack in this is just sexy. It's fun. It really adds to the vibe. And then on top of that, because you're in like this space station that's almost unlimited power. The lighting, George would just love it for the lighting alone. You've got your reds, your blues, neon lights. Oh, and it works so well. And you can tell this was like a low, like this was like an indie film almost. Well, I don't know budget wise, but I know it was a very limited budget, and they used it to their advantage. They really did. And I think the performances were great. Like, let me just tell you, when the gore hits you, the gore hits you. There were some moments of shock and awe and maybe a couple jump scares, just because I was like, it was more of like, what the hell did I just see kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's already out.
Oh, yeah.
On PVOD.
I will say I loved it, but the script is rough. So maybe go for the other stuff, which is a shame. But I was fully entertained, and it's a good 90-minute film too. So it works.
It didn't have a high budget at all.
What was the budget?
Less than $1 million.
Yeah. So if you watch this and you know that, let me tell you, like that's what they do with some of the practical effects and the gore. Oh man, it's
stunning.
Yeah. And there was a certain part of the movie that reminded me of the movie Upgrade, if you remember that movie. Logan Marshall Green had
Oh,
that thing implanted.
yeah. Tom Hardy's lookalike.
From Prometheus.
Yeah.
The devil.
So, Ash, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you. Miss George, can we have your third peek?
Yeah, so mine is, it's not necessarily the project hasn't come out yet, but I want to talk about the lead up to it because we haven't been able to talk about it while it's been happening. And so I just want to talk about the 28 years later marketing.
Oh, yeah, because we have not been able to talk about that. Yeah.
That trailer, the first trailer they released, I was like, holy shit.
I'm ready for it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Please
and even
inject
the
it into my veins.
And
now.
Just them keeping the same beats with that song in the same style. I'm just like, yes, and everyone's back, and I'm so excited because I'm just like, this is going to be great, and I'm so excited for Nia DaCosta's one as well. I'm like, to see her get back into horror again is going to be so exciting.
You know what? Everyone trashes her for the Marvels, and they can fuck off because
the
Marvels really wasn't that bad. And on
the
top
Marvels
of that,
was a fun movie.
Oh my god, the final fight scene!
So good.
So good.
Yeah, no, full agreement. The people need to stop being nasty and Nia DaCosta. I fully agree. Every time I see the trailer, I'm like spying on it up close because part of it was filmed in Washington, where I live. And they used the northeast coast of England for all the sea scenes and water scenes.
So when you see the desolate area, that's actually where Liam lives, and they didn't have to do any touch-ups. It was just that one straight.
But do you want to know what is really bad? He's saying that the scene that actually was filmed in Washington is filmed at a set of flats that are on the outskirts of Washington, which is where they put all the crackheads.
Oh my god!
It hasn't been in the trailer, by the way.
Oh.
We've scoured the trailer for it, so I'll have to tell you when it's out where it is. But these flats are disgusting. They're minging. Also, the flats where they're filmed are where Heather McCartney grew up, Paul McCartney's ex-wife. She was from Washington. Her dad is a scruff. She is a scruff. And she grew up in just a vile person, poor, treats the street like it's they just throw their trash out the front of the house and leave it on the street, and
did not know
that kind of person.
Gotcha.
Dad's probably dead now, to be fair, but he did used to drink in my local pub, which is why regularly from whenever Heather and Paul married, I would open my front door and find Paul McCartney on my street. Because once she had money, she moved her dad out of the disgusting flats and bought him a house next to where I lived, which was one of the nice places.
How funny.
But yeah, we used to find Paul McCartney on the front doorstep. But yes, that is where where it was filmed. It's called Sulgrave Flats. Right. So if you ever wanted to Google
there for that, you on the Horror Hour,
you will see why they used it as a zombie place.
Post-apocalyptic
area. The flats, if they're selling one of the flats, you can get one of them flats for about 10,000-20,000.
Jesus. Well, there you go. I mean,
to buy.
That's how bad they are. So what people do is they just buy them out, do them up cheaply, get some tenants in for more expensive than what it should be.
That's crazy.
And then when eventually then people ruin that flat and leave. They've made that much money from overcharging. They can just do the whole flat again.
That's insane.
Yeah, so that's my local area.
There you go. But yeah, I'm just excited to see it because it's been a long time.
So excited.
And there's just so many years where it was like, we might do something, and I'm like, yeah, all right. But when I saw at the end of the trailer when the 28 years later look, I was like, I didn't think I'd see this in my lifetime. So yeah, super excited for that. But I just wanted to the marketing's been really good so far. So fingers crossed that the film follows suit.
That is perfect, because it is a here's what you missed episode, and that is something that you missed that you definitely, if we were still on air at that time, you would have been speaking about it, and you would have been speaking about it non-stop. you probably would have done the poem for us at some point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Moving up and down again.
See? So because mine obviously got taken, I only had 3. I'm gonna use my honorable mention, which we said we weren't going to discuss, because George hasn't seen it. So my last one is Sinners. I will say this is I'll try and say this is obviously as unspoilery as possible, because we are really pushing for George to go see this in cinemas.
I can take me headphones out, and then you can give me.
No, it's fine. You can listen, because it might intrigue you.
Other people won't have seen it as well, probably.
Yeah. Haley Steinfeld, great. Wumi Misako, everything she does is wonderful.
Facts.
She's
absolutely
just always fantastic.
Yes.
I completely forgot up until last night, and I was bored and high, and I decided to put on the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman just because I had it on YouTube. I forgot she's in that.
Who?
She's the woman who lies to Congress. And then takes a still and then gets pushed in front of the train.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's been working her way up slowly but surely. I need Marvel to do more with her. Like, it was great to see. Obviously, she was great in Loki season 1 and 2. It was amazing to get a cameo from her in Deadpool and Wolverine. I just want nothing but amazing things for this woman.
Oh, she's in Luther in your house or his house?
His house.
Yes.
Love that.
And Lovecraft.
Yes, loved Lovecraft Country. Amazing. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan in that dual role. Like, his work is phenomenal. And Ryan Coogler, however, how he did some of these things is mind-blowing to me, because, like, you cannot tell me that that Michael B. Jordan doesn't actually have a twin, and that twin wasn't on set with them. Because, like, how did he pass him a cigarette? How? Like, how does this happen? Magic.
Cinema.
But it was, it's just beautiful. It's the music, amazing. There was one long scene.
Oh my god!
Of them singing. Oh,
so
and the way things are woven in, the way the camera goes,
too, right?
a one-shot thing.
Yeah,
like
breathtaking.
Blew my mind watching it. I could not believe what he had done. Like,
I know
and Jack
people
O'Connell
will overuse the word like masterpiece, epic, but honestly, it applies to Sinners.
It does apply, because it's such a push in a new direction that we haven't seen. We haven't seen some of these things that Ryan Coogler has done in this film. The scene setting, the way the whole, because when me and my brother went to see, my brother did exactly. My brother did say he was getting a bit bored towards at the beginning with all the setup, and I was like,
well,
yeah, but the setup was essential. Yeah, exactly. I was like, but that, like, no, that's essential. Like,
yeah,
what do you mean?
I wasn't bored. I was like, I mean,
is it right? Tell me more. Why are you doing this? Why are you showing me this?
Oh my god, shot for IMAX. Oh my god, it was just incredible. And you did forget one actor who I do want to call out, because I've always been so pissed that he was never even fucking nominated, and it still pisses me off.
I hadn't finished.
Sorry.
But Delroy Lindo was going to be. Delroy, yeah. Like, Delroy Lindo, oh my god, amazing. Obviously, he got snubbed years ago for the Oscar. He needs to have a Best Supporting Actor. Yeah. Like, he's great.
This film better be an awards content. Like this
It
film,
has to be.
I
It
mean,
has
I
to
would
be.
be just shocked. I mean, I'm so happy to see how successful it. I think it's probably. I think now the original forecast was to end around 120, which it's now surpassed, and now they're thinking it could reach up to so much as 300 million just in the States alone. I think that's freaking amazing, and I'm so happy.
I do as
for
well.
it.
I've been pushing for this since I went to see it, for people at work to go see it, because everyone was like, it's all right.
It's a
Like,
repeat,
and I was like,
viewing
no,
too. Like,
you
go back and
need
see
to
it
go
again.
see it.
It's
You must.
like it's cinema.
Yeah, it is.
This is.
I would also like to shout out as well from the cast, Jack O'Connell.
Mhm.
And I would like to shout out Jack O'Connell for one very good reason, and that is because Mr. Jack O'Connell has finally surpassed himself in a role. He was in Skins in the UK in series 3 and 4. He was Cook, and the world has forever known him as Cook until I seen this, and then I was like, oh wow, like you're officially a new character now. Like you are amazing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he's also going to be in 28 years later.
He is, yes.
Oh.
But that just shows you Skins, it produced talent. And do you want to know why it produced talent? Because none of the kids that were hired for Skins had ever had any previous experience apart from Nicholas Hoult.
And he still can't be a leading man.
Yeah, well, exactly. The only one that had prior training is the only one that struggles. Even though he keeps getting work.
Well, not really. I mean, Dev Patel, which is a shame. He shouldn't, but
well, actually, yeah. Yeah, to be fair.
And the girl who ended up in a cult, who was on Game of Thrones,
is Cassie in a cult?
She was in a cult. I think she got out, and I was like, oh my god, she's so me.
She is like the female you, a pixie dream girl.
Like, I would join a cult.
I know you would.
Yeah, you
That's
would.
sad.
Yeah. It's just sometimes you take people need love. And he doesn't have any for himself, so
well, facts. He's not getting it from us, so that's true.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that just shows funding in the arts is very necessary because it allows people from, as George will put it, more common backgrounds, the opportunities that people with money like George get quite easily. But like George, most of them like George don't flounder it.
That's true. This new gaming computer, everyone. £500 ticket to Lady Gaga. Oh, Jesus.
Woo! So yes, that was my final pick. Yutaka, I think you said you had an honorable mention?
Yes, because this movie is also came out earlier this year. They say it's horror. It's more of like a dark comedy thriller, but it was so much fun, and it's Borderline with Samara Weaving and
I still haven't watched it.
It is so freaking funny. I think it takes place in like I want to say the 90s, maybe early 2000s. I'm just thinking of some of when I think of the cars and just what they're phone wise and all that. But oh my God, it's hilarious. Really. It's a bodyguard that's a pop star and her athlete boyfriend from a determined stalker in 1990s Los Angeles. And first off, Ray Nicholson, what a character. Honestly, he looks so much like his father, but it's funny because I feel like he also has some mannerisms that made me think of like, oh gosh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest kind of thing. Like, he does really well with these crazy roles. And then Samara was so, oh my goodness, as this.
I mean, she always is.
Oh my God, she was great. And Chris Evans' wife, which I did not know that's his wife, Alba Baptista. She probably stole the show. Honestly, there was like a scene where her character is
she's
talking.
young.
Yeah, her character was talking to Samara Weaving. She's like, or no, Samara Weaving's character goes, yeah, because so you can go get my makeup, and she's like, oh yeah, but it won't fix your face. I'm like, oh.
Damn.
Like,
well, as the old saying goes, you cannot polish a turd, but you can cover it in glitter. Look at George.
But yeah, no, it was such a good movie. And also the soundtrack too, because it was like 90s, so you had some good old Annie Lennox.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was
Must be talking to an angel.
Wasn't that song? But
well, and the reason why I keep forgetting to watch it is because it doesn't have a UK release date, and that's what reminds me to watch things.
Oh.
Yeah. So
and Woman in the Yard is
other means.
I also liked Woman in the Yard only for the acting.
Okay, I didn't.
Is that
I didn't
a
even know
sequel
it was
to The
out
Woman
yet.
in the Window?
No. Can we
she
please
can now get
Danielle
outside.
Detweiler in more like leading roles though? I love her. Obviously she has been, but like she acts the house down. Can we please get her?
I haven't seen this, but I do like her.
Yeah. Because she was great in Till. Phenomenal. But and I would love to see her do more horror. But can we get another like really, I don't know. It's a shame because Woman in the Yard stirred up a lot of conversation online because so many people debated the ending, and I love that when you can go back and forth about what happened. Did they or did they not do something? I'm not going to give that away because that's part of the movie, and the movie touches on some really great themes. But I hate that it was just a clunky film because she's so good in it that I feel like it had potential. But it's Blumhouse, and we know sometimes how Blumhouse likes to, shit the bed.
What do you mean?
Except for Megan
George?
too.
Oh my god! Right. Before we move on to George's honorable mention, can that be my honorable mention since you just mentioned it? Like that trailer.
So good.
Was so good. I was literally sitting there just getting, yes, queen.
Yeah. I've seen so many people. Well, actually, I think honestly, the girls and the gays, they love
the girls and the gays. We know, we get it. We get it. We see the vision.
we see what they're doing, and we're like fully invested. Where I've seen some other people be like, "What is this?" Like most of the
cinema, fucking cinema
critics are just like, this looks like trash. I've seen a few though be like, this doesn't look good, but it looks so entertaining. I can't wait to see it. And I'm like, you get it then. You get it. Because
it had the Fast and the Furious experience, and I'm so ready for it. Horror has finally understood what the Fast and the Furious is all about and embraced it. I'm in. Right, sorry. Yes, George, your honourable mention, please, darling.
My honourable mention. I did have it. It's just gone.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say that Demi Moore was robbed, and that's it, really.
Oh,
that's your honourable mention. Yeah. I mean, yes. I thought you were. Oh.
I mean, we weren't here for it, so that. I mean.
The substance.
Yeah, that is something else. Yes.
Oh, that's
the
true.
substance.
Yes, the substance was phenomenal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, even like it's one of them bittersweet things where it's like because I loved Honora and I loved the substance.
I don't get how you could have liked Honora, but okay.
I thought Honora was so funny. I was laughing from start to finish. Again,
I need to watch it.
If you like, she is so funny in it when she's like arguing with the
look, don't get me wrong, I think Mikey turned out
bodyguardy ones
incredible performance.
Yeah,
but
she had time to provide more. I get it. I do get it. Like,
well, no, I just think Honora, like, I don't know how everyone was fawning over Honora, and I just blows me away. That movie bored me.
I just really enjoyed it. I love the mundanity of some things, and if it's like that, and it's just, and the play into the mundane, like it's a ridiculous circumstance, but it's so mundane at the same time, and I loved it. I just thought it was great. Just the going from places to places, knowing full well that we're never going to find him, and he was going to be in the obvious place all along, which is where they found him, and then not getting the happy ending and getting that, like, just everything went back to how it was within such a short period of time, and it was just loved it. And I loved the chemistry of the mobster and Mikey Madison. That's just beautiful.
I think it was
beautiful.
Yuri Borisov.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But no, Debbie Moore still should have gotten the Oscar over her. But
Well,
one of the things where I'm like, I'm sad, but I'm not mad. That makes sense.
No, it's not like Jamie Lee levels of shouldn't have won it. It's just like
yeah.
I feel like, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to include.
I fully agree.
It was a moment.
Culture. It was a cultural moment.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. So, quickly before we go, does anyone, a bit of a curveball, does anyone have a dishonorable mention? Something in the last 8 months that really pissed them off about the horror space?
Oh,
yeah. I kind of already joked about it, took a dig at it, and that was 825 Forest Road. That was unfortunate to sit through. And I'm bummed. And I think maybe also because
how unfortunate.
Like, I'm so excited for the new Hell House, you have no idea, which is crazy because I only like Hell House, the first one. Second one was abysmal. Third one was all right. Origins was great. And so I'm really excited for this one. But after seeing this movie, I'm a little nervous. So, yeah.
Okay. George, anything for you?
George, back me up on this one, or did you never watch it?
No, I started to watch it, but I just so disinterested that I turned it off.
See.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve.
I'd have it.
So my one is gonna be, I have no interest in finishing Smile 2.
No.
What?
I started it and I was like, yeah, this is really no better than the last one. And then,
George, do you want us to pile on top of you?
why?
I haven't even put it on. I just went, yeah, the first one was okay. Shall I try? Nah, I'll find something else to watch.
You've never watched Smile 2 either? What? You guys, Smile 2
because
is actually...
everyone was just come out of it overhyping it so much. I was just like, I don't have time to watch this. I can't be arsed. I'm going to watch it. Everyone's going to have overhyped it online, and then I'm just going to be angry. I'm just not going to watch it yet. I'll watch it when I'm high one time.
Wow. Okay. All right, let me take a stab at this then. I liked it. And you know how much I was not a fan of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I had stated, like, the jump scares, everything was so predictable. I thought, like, it was an original. I love an original idea. I think there was promise there. I think Smile 2 did a much better job when it comes to, I think, mental health, addiction in this case, which is pretty much like the driving force in Smile 2. And I think they did better with the jump scares. And I also love that they did their own mini EP. Like, they put out 5 songs. There's actually one part where they're doing like a dress rehearsal for her concert that I know George would just eat the fuck up. Just because it's red neon lights, like strobe lights, and they're all.
But was it as good as the concert in Trap, or?
I refuse to watch Trap.
I still haven't seen Trap, actually.
I'm okay with
I
not
went to
watching
see it. It was so stupid. I was just getting what's
No.
Like,
happening?
as in, like,
what is this?
But again, Trap was its own beast. But Smile 2, I think, was so much better than the first one. And I am super bummed that neither of you. Well, I'm bummed that you haven't seen it, Liam. But it sounds like, George, you were uninterested.
Yeah. I will. Well, and after like the thing that like one of the first major things that happens in the film, I was like, well, I'm not really. I was already out of it, and then like
were you out of it in general while watching it, or
probably? But I don't know. I just was like, the story doesn't necessarily interest me in needing to have a sequel. I'm like, okay, I understand. That was just my kind of thing. I was like, I was intrigued. That's why I put it on. I was like, okay, a lot of people are talking about it.
But I know why you probably turned it off, because you thought somebody was going to be in it for a longer period of time than they really were.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. What happened at the beginning?
Oh my God. Moving on then. Got it. You didn't even really watch it. Okay.
No, I got to the concert and I was like, it's giving Little Mix, so I turned it off.
Don't you talk about Little Mix like that?
Who the fuck are you?
Why can't you hold me
in the street? Why can't I kiss you on the dance floor? That was the Jason Derulo verse.
Well, we could just erase it from that song.
Okay. Well, my dishonorable mention is Damien. What's his surname again? Director for Terrifier.
Damien Leone.
There we go. Damien Leone. Fuck you, and you're not taking a side response to your own cast members. I'm still mad about it.
No, absolutely. I'm very bad. Like, we all know how much I love Terrifier. We all know how much I love Terrifier. And that whole thing pissed me the hell off.
We're not here for it. Trans rights are human rights, all that jazz. Fuck you. Fuck the Supreme Court. And yeah, basically, at this point, you need to pick a side. Fucking pick one. And I would recommend our side because there's more of us.
Yeah, it was was very upsetting. And I've seen him make more comments since, and I honestly, to me, I'm just like, it probably would have been better if you just not said anything, because your stars are very vocal about rights and where they stand. And if you're not going to support, like, you didn't have to throw your 2 cents in. And truthfully, if you ask me, I think he did it mainly because there is a fan base of Terrifier that is definitely alt-right. I get that. And so then it screams, well, I don't want my money to go away kind of thing. Like, it's frustrating.
Money over morals. What a shame.
It still sounds like everybody's on great terms, though, obviously, on the movie. But it definitely kind of broke my heart, because I'm like, I freaking adore this franchise, and that really bummed me out. And I
just thought, you've got such vocal leads, and you can't do this without them leads.
That's what's insane. That is what just oh my God, sent me to another level. And then after he said that, you could see previous stars comment on it, and I'm like.
And then David Howard Thornton made sure he put his 2 cents in after that thing and went, just to reiterate, this is where I stand, and we're looking for that. So
maybe that's why I love art. David Howard Thornton just seems like a stand-up guy, honestly.
Tom Valentina.
But yeah, it's insane, and it's just it was gross. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, what's the one movie? Oh, hold on. Well, I had it in my head. We were talking about. That's all right. I'm old. I'm sorry. You were talking like picking a side and all that, and it horror is political. Well, let's just at least get it out right. I mean, it always was meant to be political.
Of course it is. Always has been.
And so that's why I was just like, what the fuck? And so then when I see all
What do
these
you
other
mean?
like
What do you
big
mean?
critics or other people be like, yeah, we don't want politics in our movies. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're the people, like, you don't even want to, like, you have a fan base too. A lot of these bigger names, they have a fan base and they don't want to cater, if they don't want to take a side. And in doing so, them being quiet is also just as problematic. I'm not, look, free speech is free speech. He's allowed to say what he said. People can, you know, that's the whole purpose, you know, but my gosh, it just irks me so much that you spoke out and you basically said, well, there are fine people on both sides. That's what it sounded like. I can't do a Donald Trump impression, but that's
No.
what it, but you know, right?
George was clearly having an autism moment there.
Oh, sorry.
Who was just listening to us and he just went,
thanks, George. Thanks for paying attention.
No,
Have you had your gummy yet?
Yeah, I said, oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I thought you were just having like an autism tick in the bottom, like I'm bored.
I have those. No, I know.
But anyways, sorry. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get overly passionate.
No, I think it's very important.
No, exactly.
No.
We both got passionate,
George.
and we
Thanks,
should,
George.
because
Thanks
that's
for
what they
ruining my
deserve.
My
Politics.
moment. No.
Politics are important.
Girl, you don't even pay attention.
Hey, no,
Liam
George
does.
was on his TikTok. George was on his TikTok spreading his message.
Spreading me seeds.
I was gonna. Oh, gross.
He didn't spread it as well as he spreads himself, but he tried.
Yeah. And just so you know, if anybody watches the Harry Potter series, I'll never speak to you again.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like,
J.K. Rowling, the heinous bitch. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Continue to hate on J.K. Rowling. She doesn't get enough hate. If you have enjoyed us, we have been the Horror Hour.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously protect the dolls. Yes. So, yes, we have been the Horror Hour. If you have enjoyed us.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.